Hey guys, it's Dee. Just wanted to take some time to say thank you for viewing. And if you could, go ahead, like, subscribe, and share. The first audience you can start with is mothers, because things that I'm doing are fast and quick and easy, for the everyday mom that just wants to find a little time to rest. And, so I'll be providing little things, like little details on what I do for my day to day. I'm going to be starting off slow because this is me doing everything. I don't have a team or anything. But anyway, so let's get into it. This will be the first video. People were asking me what did I call it. I didn't have a name, so I just put I use garlic and Parmesan, so I'm just gonna call it garlic parm chicken. I'm just gonna be making something quick, so it's just this and veggies. I didn't have time. You could use brown rice. I'm going to go ahead and get into it, and thanks again. Okay, so here we have the main ingredients, and you can put this with 2 pounds of chicken of your choice. This could be 2 pounds of thighs, 2 pounds of wings, 2 pounds of breast, and what I like to do is I like to use 2 pounds of boneless thin cut breast. If I do get boneless breast, I'll just cut it in half because me and the baby don't eat that much. If you're cooking for more people, then you can leave the breast whole. I don't like leaving them whole because I feel like a lot of seasoning doesn't get to the whole chicken breast, and unless you're marinating it overnight in olive oil and your choice of seasoning. You can take out some things and add some things. I'm going to add Old Bay as well as grill mates, but you can tweak it how you want it to taste. So I'm going to use about a pound of thin cut boneless chicken breast. Here I am measuring the Old Bay. Of course, like I said, I'm using a half tablespoon of the seasoning because of the baby. This is about the end of my grill mace. This is how much I use it. I actually need to go buy more, but yeah, just about. I'm going to season the chicken with that. The Old Bay is going to go inside of the gravy that I'm going to make. I will be listing in the description. I think that's easier to read it than to try to follow along in a video, or to take time off in a video to list out the amounts. But I'll go ahead and put the measurements and amounts of how much of each you can use and how to substitute the soy milk and olive oil for the heavy cream. Okay, so let's get to it. So this is the olive oil I'm using, Filippo Barrio, and I'm going to use this soy milk. It's the original. It has added sugar, so I kind of watch that when I give it to the baby. There's an unsweetened one I do about 2/4, probably 3/4 of, and then I do 1/4 of the regular one that has the added sugar, just for a little taste for her. But I like to use this regular one because it adds a little taste to it. If I was to use the unsweet one that I feed the baby, it really wouldn't do the dish justice. So here I am, I'm gonna skip over this. This is me just looking for the right cup. There we go, 1/3.
And I get it, why add soy milk if you're using soy-free butter spread? But again, it's just me not wanting to compound so many things onto a dish that I'm having with baby. I am mixing 2/3 cup of soy milk with 1/3 cup of olive oil. I usually prefer extra virgin olive oil, EVOO, but this is just what I have for now. I'm just gonna whisk it until it mixes well. It's gonna be weird, but it's fine. Okay, so right here I like to add a little olive oil just to keep the moisture in the chicken and it doesn't dry out. I also like to trim the fat along the edges. I just hate seeing veins. That's why I prefer chicken breast than wings. I hate seeing veins and extra fat. Like, I don't like that. So I'm just here trimming it off. And this one is actually a breast that I had from the previous night and I didn't cook. Just put that in the fridge and let it sit. And I'm just gonna slice that thin so it can match the rest of them before I put it in a pot. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna speed through this because it's just me oiling and seasoning it with the grill mace, the roasted garlic herb grill mace. Turn on oven and pan. Put about 2 tablespoons of your butter or whatever you use. Substitute for butter. This is my attempt. The first time I didn't make this much, so I didn't think about the size of the pan. I had a bigger pan, but whatever. I made it work. Don't do what I did and cook it low first. I was trying to get brick ready to go, so I wasn't paying attention. By the time I came back, I saw that it was a little bit low. You don't want to do that because you want to sear the chicken, so you want to have it to a medium, so that it doesn't see how it's turning like there's a lot of liquid. The amount of liquid is a lot because I had it cooking slowly, so some of the liquid was coming out of the meat. So you want to sear it, so you want to turn it to medium high so that it kind of sears both sides. So now you want to sear it on each side for about 2 to 3 minutes until it gets that golden brown. See, now the liquid is drying up and it has that brown on it. But unfortunately, since my pieces are very thin, they're cooking and you don't want that before they go into the oven. So if you do what I did by mistake, just put them inside the oven for about 10 minutes. Add 2 tablespoons of your spread and 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. And you just want to smell the aroma of the garlic. Get it to like a brown shade. And then you'll add your 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour with your choice of seasoning. I chose Old Bay. Just noticed I didn't use the Old Bay until I made the vegetables. Get a little goldeny brown with the flour. To smooth it out. Get that a little brown there. And then add your 1 cup of beef or chicken stock or broth. I chose water because I just didn't want to add any more sodium to this again because baby is eating. I just used water and it works just as well. Just stir it until it gets sort of a thick consistency. And then we're going to add our heavy cream substitution, the olive oil and soy milk, or you can use I'm only using a half cup, so you can use a half cup of heavy cream. Just want to mix that in. And also add your grated Parmesan cheese. We're looking for a thick consistency. And then you're gonna put your chicken in for about 20 to 30 minutes. Again, if you had thin cut like I did, only 10 minutes, that's fine. If you made a mistake and cooked it on a stove too long. If you perfectly seared your thin cut breast on the stove top without overcooking it, I would say give it about 15 to 20 minutes in the oven, and it still should be fine. Any other types like wings or thighs, I would say 20 to 30 minutes. And make sure you sear them 2 to 3 minutes on the stove top first.
but don't overcook it. If you overcook it, you need to omit some of the time that you're having it in the oven, because just basically getting just a layer of thickness over it in the gravy. You're not trying to actually overcook it in the oven, and it's going to turn out dry. On to my favorite part, the veggies. I just put a small bit of butter spread in there, you know, just to give a little flavor, a little crisp. I'm also going to use a little olive oil as well to saute it when the butter dries out. And just to let you know, for baby, olive oil is a very good source of fat, good fat. And I'm just taking the spinach out of the vegetables that I plan on sauteing, because spinach wilts very fast, and I like to add that in the end where it's still kind of fresh, because I still like a little crunch to my veggies sometimes. I'm just gonna toss the veggies in a little bit of oil before putting it in. And the veggies go, and I'm just tossing them a little bit. And it's best pan condensation goes down onto the vegetables and around it, and then it cooks it even more. But then it still keeps them a little firm as well. For the life of me, I could not find the correct top. So I'm going to take the Old Bay seasoning, and I actually didn't use it in the flour either. So I'm just gonna season the veggies with it a little bit, stir fry it up, add a little bit of flavor. Notice after the initial amount of butter spread and olive oil, I have not added anything else because they're moist enough. These are fresh veggies, and once I cover them, the condensation will act as a moisturizing solution for these fresh little veggies. Clean as you go. So much easier when you're done. I'm going to do the mushrooms separately. I haven't given baby mushrooms yet, and just don't want to give them to him just too soon, just in case she's allergic. So I am going to no longer use this spoon anymore, or pan, after I cook these separately, and I'm going to put it in a separate dish as well. Just want to saute these a little bit. I like them sauteed, and I love mushrooms. I love my veggies. I'm also getting the spinach ready. I'm going to actually chop it up. You can't rip it up. I just bought Organic Girl spinach, and you can just take about 1 to 2 cups of that. I use about a cup because again, I don't have that much chicken, so I actually just cut it up with a jagged edge knife. And I'm sorry, I was using both my hands. I should have zoomed in. I'm gonna actually see if I can zoom in. Here, there we go. Okay, so still quite not the best, but I'm just mixing the fresh spinach into the chicken sauce, the garlic parm sauce, and it'll welt itself. It'll still cook because it came right out the oven, so it's fairly hot. It's actually really hot.
So it's going to cook the spinach. I told you spinach will very easily. So I'm just, incorporating it because I'm going to want to eat around it and stuff. And it's going to be so good.
The longer it sits, the more it marinates. And there you have it, people. Garlic parm chicken. Thanks for watching again. Like, comment, share. Remember, stay blessed, not stressed.